So I got a little job to do using the dividing head. This is my dividing head. This is a Kemp Smith that I brought in to do it. I like using this dividing head. It works really well. I could also use the Super Spacer if I wanted to, but this is a job that's on an angle, and versus tilting the head, I like to do it this way, where I can keep everything in line with the spindle. So we got some there's actually some cones here that I have machined. There's 3 pieces that stack together, and each one requires 6 holes that's going to be drilled and reamed, and there's some pins that get pushed in there. This is an example of another one that we had done on a different size, and this was just basically the mandrel, and you can see the holes that were drilled in there. And when this one was done, it was actually the head of the milling machine was tilted at the proper angle, so I've got mine kicked up at 11 degrees, and we've got it indicated nice and true, and I found the center where I need to be, and I'll go in there and start spotting in some holes. And what I'll do is start with a center drill. I'm just going to start with a center drill, and I'm not going to center drill, I'm just going to spot it on the end and go around and make my divisions and make sure everything's correct before I go in there and drill it. And then it'll be drilled. 120 thousandths drill right here, and then I'll have a 1/16 reamer to ream it to size, and then some hardened pins that get pushed in there. That's just a mandrel that I made to hold them, and what I'm going to do is I'll loosen this up and take it off so you can kind of see the parts a little bit better. So 2 of them are keyed. The 2 outer ones are keyed, and the center one floats. And when in use, that's to provide a little bit of movement and adjustability in the part. Okay, so this is the outer disc right here, and it's keyed, and then you have a center one. I'll go ahead and take the little key off. There's the center one, and then you have the very last one. It's got stuck on there. There it is. But you see I've got it keyed. I did have it keyed. There we go. Alright, so I'll go ahead and put them back on there. Small stuff, man. That's a 1/8 key right there. Okay, so I've already located the center of this, which is a 1/4 inch wide, 250 thousandths wide. We're already in the center, and what I'm going to have to do is offset it each direction a 1/4 inch, 250 thousandths, so it's equally spaced. The outer rings here equally spaced a 1/2 inch between the pins. Now let's go ahead and do our first 3 spots. I just want to go ahead and verify that real quick before I move it over. I got that machine, you can't really see the lines. Okay. And of course I'll have to line that back up. Okay, that's a good spot there. Now I'm going to go to each way a 1/4 inch. it back. All right, we look good there. We'll go ahead and index it. So mine has some divisions right up here, 24 divisions. You have a 0 point. Hopefully you can see that. I'm on 24, that's my 0 location. Okay, so that's 4. It should be every 4 lines for you know, the 6 equal divisions. Let's see how we line up. So that's on division 20, so we'll be going back to division 24. And that should be our 6 equal locations. Look good. Alright, so I've got it spotted, and I would have liked to use a smaller center drill to spot that, but that was the smallest one that I could find in the shop today, was this number 2. So I'm using, I believe this is a number 55 drill bit. Measures, no, it's 55 thousandths, that's what it is. 55 thousandths drill bit. And then I have a 1/16 chucking reamer. So I'm going to drill it and ream it. I'm going to do 1 hole to test it and make sure everything's good. Now the other thing, this is my drill chuck that I brought in. This is Albright, or I don't remember how Philip pronounces it, Albrecht, but it's what it is. It's a little finger chuck, and so it spins, and this little disc is mounted on a ball bearing, so you can hold it with your fingers and apply finger pressure, drill in small holes. So it'll hold up to 1.5 millimeter drill. So I'm gonna mount this up in here. It uses a 1/2 inch shank. I use a 1/2 inch collet, and we'll try one out. drilling it a little tougher than I thought it would. I mean, it's drilling it, it's just not wanting to go very easy. Alright, we got the first hole drilled, and I ended up putting the Albright back in there because it was taking a little bit too much pressure, just more than what I liked doing it with the finger chuck to drill the hole. And I've got I got a depth established in there, and we got it marked with a little bit of paint. And now I put the finger chuck back in with the reamer. I'm going to try this out. I want to see what kind of resistance we get on this cut with the amount of metal to remove out of there. And I apologize about the noise behind me. I've got a fan on. I'm trying to cool a part down. Okay, I'm doing pretty good. I'm gonna have to clear the chips. This may be a good candidate for that mist. I'm not necessarily trying to oil it, I'm just trying to clear those chips out of there. Alright, we got the first one reamed. These are the rods that are going there. I believe these are drill blanks. This is exactly a 1/16 in diameter. Alright, I think we got success there. I felt it trying to go down in the hole. Yeah. So I done got it stuck, so I'll have to get something to pull it out of there. But that's the idea anyway, and they'll be, you know, tapped down in there, and there's some little rollers that slide up and down on this. So alright, we need to get that out of there, and we'll go ahead and keep going around with this thing. We had pretty good success on our first 3 holes, so I'm going to go ahead and index it, and I'm going to work my way around. I'll go ahead and go to position 4. Alright, we got one more row still left to drill and ream. Let's see, we're on 18, no 16, I'm sorry, 16. So we're going to go up to 20. Location 20. And I will point out, I've already broken one drill. This one here is what I was using. So I've got one hole located, marked on here. I'm gonna have to go in there and knock that drill out. I did get it all the way through there, so I got to deal with that. So I got another drill. Alright, last 3 holes to ream. Let me go ahead and bring it around, and I'll show you the hole that I'm going to have to go back into. I haven't reamed it yet, actually, because the drill broke. Alright, 24, so that's going to be on the position 4. I passed it. I'm on 5. Camera's right there in my way. Alright, there's 4. So right here you can see the yellow dots. So I'm gonna have to take this off and knock that drill out of there. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me move the camera where you can see it a little better. Okay, where's that? That's where it broke, right there. I think it's down inside that hole right there. I got a modified Starrett punch. This was a 16th punch, but somebody had broke it off. So I just kind of reground the end right there. Let's see if I can. I need to take that drill chuck out of my way first. Hold on. Yep. All right, I got it marked so that it lines up where it needs to be.
Brought you a new grill.
A new grill?
Yeah, got you a brand new one up there. All you gotta do is put it back in the truck.
Oh, after I give them money. I thought you would have done paid for it, man. You ain't gonna hook me up though, huh?
I can't afford these.
Can't afford that till you done bought one, huh? Okay. Doesn't need much. Okay. So we've already drilled that one. So all I got left to do is ream it. I believe these are already reamed. Yeah. So all we got left is this last one, and move it back down 1/4 inch. And there we go. That's it. Okay guys, I got one more quick op I'm going to do. What we got is 2 very short shallow keyways that's going to be on the split line of the part, so it'll actually see like be in between these holes that I've done. We're going to rotate it to go in the middle here though. What those are going to be is the 2 little slots so that the mechanic, whenever he's adjusting this thing, can stick a screwdriver there. This is just an exaggerated version. Stick a screwdriver and twist it to be able to rotate this center disc, and he can fine-tune this thing where he needs to. So we're going to use a 1/16 end mill for that. I'm going to set that up. I'm on my starting location, which is on number 24 on the index head here. So I'm going to go to location or position 2, the number 2. Alright, there's 2, so that should be in between the holes now, since we're removing every 4 numbers. Alright, so we'll set an end mill up and we'll get to cutting. Alright, so I'm on the split line even though you can't see it. I'm going to come on down here and I'm just going to kick the speed up. Alright, quill handle, oh, I'm sorry, the knee. Seeing how that's looking right there. Looking pretty good. I think I'll go ahead, let's see, that was 15,000 feet, so I'll go ahead and go another 15. Long way. basically just moving a 16th per each direction. Started off at 1/8, I'm going to 3/16 one side, and then back down to 16th on the other side. Read this readout up here. Okay. All right, we're going to lower it down. That looks pretty good. So let's do that. Let's move it on down here. All right, we're going to do the same thing. That was our first cut at 15. Go ahead and go another 15 deep. Okay. I think that'll work. There was no specifications on that. We just he just added that in. He said just put a couple slots there for a screwdriver. Actually, I may go in there a little bit deeper. We'll just do that off camera. Yeah, I may just make it a little bit deeper, make another pass. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to get some of these pins installed real quick, and we'll show you a couple of them going in, and then maybe I'll bring you back and show you everything finished. We'll see how this goes. That's a nice fit. It ain't too tight. And those can be tapped in there further, and they're not going to fall out. Got the ends marked, or blued should I say. Okay, and we'll do one more. Alrighty, we'll go around and do the rest of them. I'll show you what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Now, of course, this is all on the mandrel. There's another shaft that it goes on that it will be mounted on permanently. It's just a jig, but that's what it looks like. Kind of crazy, huh? Alright, well, I guess that's about it. I just wanted to kind of show, using this Kemp Smith dividing head, even though we used simple indexing there. I hope we get to come back and use it again for using the index plates for some other movements that we need to do later on another job. That's what it looks like, completely finished and assembled. Crazy looking little deal. I don't have it, I just have it snugged up there, but it's made for adjustment. So this flange actually is threaded on there, and it can be adjusted however it needs to be, and then locked in, so you can lock it all together. And remember the two little slots that I was showing that you machine in there so you can adjust it. There it goes. So it ain't much adjustment. I mean, it's just a little bit like so. And then they also have to go in there in between there and put real thin shims in between it, in between the 3 plates. So it has to do with wire, braiding wire. You have wire that comes through the center. You got a hole that goes all the way through, and then each one of these holes, wire goes through there. Those are carbide, like little carbide bushings that are pressed into there to help guide the wire, keep it from wearing the steel. And I don't have them here, but there's little rollers that slide down on these pins and they float. And this thing it's spinning. So that's it. Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. My name's Adam. So we're going to work on S&S 123. It's been a busy week. Like I said in the shop talk, man, it's been busy for us, and I got lucky tonight. We actually were supposed to be working late tonight, and there was a delay in that job that's being sent in. It's not going to be here until late tonight, and so tomorrow, Saturday, we got to work all day and try to get this gearbox turned around in a really fast amount of time. So it's been busy all week. Been doing a lot of overtime. But anyway, I got enough time here to make an S&S. That's what I'm going to be doing tonight. And I got some machine work for you. Got some axles there that I had to work on, and I got footage of that, so we're going to throw that in this S&S. And also want to show some more viewer mail. There's been a lot coming in. There was still plenty left over from last week that I didn't get to, so we're going to get a few more of those and continue to share those. And I've had a few people mention the photo challenge. I haven't done those in a few weeks, and I do still have some photo entries that I want to share with you. And I was just kind of taking a pause from that, and I'm going to show the viewer mail. So possibly next week we'll show a couple more of the photo challenge pictures. You guys are still welcome to send those in. Anybody that wants to, you can ask me for the intro art, and I'll send you that file, no problem. So I was just taking a little break on the photo entries and trying to do some of the other stuff here. So I always like to share with you the viewer mail in S&S. That was one of the purposes for S&S, was a mixed format, to talk to you about new tools, a viewer mail, and just anything going on in the shop. Okay, so that's what S&S is all about. And then the other videos I try to keep just machining. And of course, we got our new series that I'm still working on, our shop talk, which is kind of covering other topics around the shop that you guys are asking about, and other things that I want to talk about. Still have a lot of subjects to go through on that, and I'm just kind of filming those as I feel like it or when I have time for it. Okay, so I did have some visitors come by and visit me last weekend, so I've got a little video of that. I'm going to share that with you, and I thought that was pretty cool. One of the guys that came and visited, Bill, he's the one that owns the parking attachment there. So it was great to actually get to meet him in person and hang out with them, as well as some other people, which I will share in the video there. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get some viewer mail real quick. I'll show this. I had it out here. This is something that I just recently bought here. It's another Noga. This is it's called the Noga Cool. The one that you see me use over here on the mill is called the Noga Mini. I think that's the Mini Cool, and I think this one's just called the Noga Cool. The difference is this uses flood coolant, so you can hook in your coolant line directly to that. It's got a little mag base on it right there, so you can kind of stick it wherever you want on the machine, and you just got your little valve right there. So I'm going to give this a try too. You can actually hook in another line right here where this plug is, so you can have two. And I have some more of this stuff coming, so that I'll be able to really set up a good flood coolant system over here on the K&T. I've got that coolant system that I bought from Inco a while back, and it's still behind it. I haven't ever hooked it up. So it's one of the projects that I want to get to probably after I finish the parking attachment. I'm going to get back on that and try to get this coolant system hooked up. So that's one of the newbies there to the shop addition. So there's that. And let's go ahead and get some viewer mail. So we got some shop visitors today coming in here from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. We got Bill Ashcraft and Dana McAllister and Patrick McAllister. They're down here on vacation at Perdido Key on vacation, and they wanted to stop by and visit. And over here behind me, we got Ryan Bridges, and he's drove in from California, right? But he's got family down in the area, and he was also at the Bash last year. So I remember seeing you on some of the videos from the Bash over in California.
And he'd bring you some of your heavy stuff.
Yeah, yeah, and he actually brought some tools that I had given him last year at the Bash that he was going to drive down and hand to me. So you got those?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, so we'll be checking those out. And I wanted to point out that that Bill is the owner of the parking attachment there that I have been copying. So Bill actually started watching some of my videos, and I think he wanted one of the K&T mills. So he bought one that's just like mine, right?
Last November.
Yeah, back in November. And it's the same model, 307S12. And I think he really enjoys it.
You bet.
So he's been using his, and that was awesome that he sent me the parking attachment that I could borrow and copy. It's been a big help. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And Dana, I believe she made the crate that sent it up here in. I opened that crate up on SNS video. So.
And I shipped it.
And you shipped it, okay? So everybody's had a part of this. But we've had a good visit. We've been here just hanging out and talking shop and just enjoying ourselves. So I wanted to get them on video and prove that they've been here visiting. So,
We signed the book.
oh yeah, we got the guest book there. So everybody's been signing it. So we got everybody in the guest book now. So I guess we're gonna sign off, and we're getting ready to go back to the beach. So
Yeah, we just want to quit raining.
yeah, it has. It's been raining this weekend, so hopefully it'll clear up pretty soon. And you get to go out on the sand and have you a drink.
We got a wedding tonight, and
The wedding's tonight.
Yeah.
then
That's your son,
The grandson.
your grandson. Okay, so Bill's grandson here is here getting married this weekend. Very cool. Well, thank you guys for coming by and visiting me. I really
enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. I appreciate it. And Ryan, same with you. Thanks for coming by and visiting me. So I guess we're gonna sign off. So
I'll see you out.
see you later. So our first one we're going to start with is this big heavy pile of tooling right here. This was all sent in by Greg Bodane, and he is from Claremont, California. And he wrote me a little letter here and thanked me for the videos and said he didn't know if I could use this stuff, but it's too big for him. So there's a bunch of drill bits here. These are all straight shank that you can use in end mill holders, and 1.5 inches. There's a bunch of these that are 1.5 inches. And just last week I showed you where I bought an 1.5 inch end mill holder for the K&T. So I thought that was pretty neat. I'm not sure exactly how others have used these, but I think that's one way to use it. There's probably some other machines that these could go in, maybe a turret lathe or some kind of machine like that. I'm not really sure. But there's a bunch of them that are reduced shank, like 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches, and they're short stubbies. Some of them are ground flat on the ends, and some of them are regular drills, but there's a bunch of them in here, and some of them get pretty big. This one right here is about 2 inch. Yeah, so that's a 2 inch right there. That'd be a nice little stubby drill to use over here on the K&T. You know, it's not too big. So a lot of big boy tooling right here, man. There's some 1.25 inch shank tools right here. This is for a DNMG style of insert. That one looks new, never been used. And then you got a big one right here, a big Valinite. This is an 1.5 inch square shank, and it looks like it uses the TNMC triangular inserts. That one's brand new, never been used before. And we got some more. These are some threading holders. This is a Valinite, looks like a threading bar. Takes the TNMC, I don't remember what size that is, but it's a big threading insert that goes in that. And then there's another one right here. It's a little bit smaller. Also takes the TNMC style threading inserts. And we got a few big brazed on tools that are brand new, never been used before. 1.25 inch shanks. Big boy stuff. There's 4 of those. We got some radius cutters right here. We're starting to get a nice collection of radius cutters. I'm hoping that we're going to have some work to be able to use some of these with. Some more drill bits. There's a couple of these in here that has the smaller pilot drill here, sort of made like a counterbore tool. I've never used that style for anything. This is a coolant through drill right here, where coolant can be pumped in the back side of it while you're using the drill. So I think that's about it. There's another one right here that's you can use this for cutting face grooves. So thank you very much, Greg. A lot of big boy heavy tooling right here. He had sent 2 boxes of this stuff in flat rate shipping boxes, man, and they were extremely heavy. And Greg, I think we got lucky that all this stuff showed up. There may even be something missing because both boxes were busted on one side. That's just a lot of weight to put in those boxes without, lining it with. You did have some wood in there. I'm sorry. He lined it, but even just the weight of that still busted the cardboard open to where it was split on one side, and it looked like the Postal Service actually put some tape on it, which was surprised me. So hopefully everything made it here. But I really like these tool holders. That's some pretty neat stuff there. So, Greg, thank you very much for the tooling, okay? This is another box of viewer mail that I got. I don't remember which viewer who sent these. I do remember talking through email with somebody about some of these 50 taper holders that have the Morse taper bore. This is a number 5 right here. And then this is one that's got a number 3 Morse taper, so you can use Morse taper tools like drills and reamers and that kind of stuff. But they did not put their name or location on the address there, so maybe they didn't want to be spoken about on video, so I'm not going to worry about that. But thank you very much for sending the tools. I really appreciate it. Get them cleaned up real good and put them with the other stock over there. I do want to point out the box here, and this is a good example. And a lot of the viewers do package their boxes like this, and I just want to show this is a good way to do it. When you have heavy steel like these parts here and anything that's just heavy, they get moved around in these boxes. These guys down at the post office just must throw these boxes. But if you'll line the boxes with wood like this right here, it really helps to keep the part from busting through the cardboard. That one went on top just like that, and then they close up the box real good. You got a nice wooden cube right there that nothing's going to come out of. In the case of the box that this stuff come in, now this was heavy. I think that was well over 50 pounds. So the cardboard just couldn't really hold up too well to that. But anyway, thank you very much for the Morse taper holders. I really appreciate it, and we'll put them with our 50 taper tooling over there, and hopefully get to use them later. All right, so this is our last viewer mail of this episode. So this is some items that were sent to me by Jason Vick, and he's from Pine, Colorado. And he says that there's no way that he could compete with Niagara cutters, but he thought I might enjoy these items right here. And he was talking about the videos. They're a great learning tool, and he really enjoys them. But he says, I spent a lot of time in both Colorado and New Mexico, and I know how you enjoy the Southwest, so I thought I would send you some local favorites. So we've got some beef jerky. One is a red chili beef jerky, and the other one is a green chili beef jerky. And these are made in Albuquerque, New Mexico, over there where our friend James Green lives. So it's just the brand name is called Delicious Beef Jerky. Very nice. Yeah, I do like beef jerky. It's a very good snack, a lot of protein, and it's good to eat when you're making videos. So he also sent some hot sauce here called Crazy Good Red Chili Hot Sauce. Born in New Mexico, it says over here on the bottle. So that was some cool stuff there. I really appreciate it, Jason. Thank you for thinking about me, and I will be enjoying this beef jerky when I'm making videos for you guys. So we're about to jump over to the machining portion of this episode, and I just want to kind of give everybody a couple of reminders real quick. We got the Barzy Bash coming up in a couple more weeks out there in California, so I'll be attending that. Getting pretty excited about that. Have a few days off work, so we got that coming up. I also wanted to give a mention that right now the Teespring t-shirt campaign is active. The original A-Bomb 79 t-shirts. That's the ones without the pocket now. It's the first ones we did over on Teespring. I'll have a link in the video so that you can click on that. If you'd like one of those shirts, you can go and purchase you one. That is a campaign that is always active. I just leave it up over on Teespring, and every time they get, I think, 3 pre-orders, it goes live and it runs for about 3 or 4 days, and at the end of that they print the shirts. So it's an easy way to get you an A-Bomb shirt pretty fast. And I do have some more t-shirt designs coming very soon from the probably use T-Blaster for those. I got another design coming out pretty soon, and I will share that with you whenever I'm ready to launch those. And I do have plans later in the year to relaunch some of the other shop-like t-shirts that I've already had, give people an opportunity to pick those up because they didn't get them on the first go-around. So I think that was about it. I just want to say thank you again to all of my supporters out there and all of my subscribers. I think we just hit about 83,000 subscribers, so that's pretty exciting for me. Just thank everybody for the support, and I'm gonna go ahead and get busy making this video and be on the lookout for the next installment of the parking attachment after S&S.